So Eon's second question, and now that it's not Blippy, I'll ask again. What do people think I should do? Keep using phone hotspots while we wait for internet, or give Elon Musk my money and pay for Starlink? You tell me in the comments. Okay, so Eon's second question says, I see some advice from some senior designers saying that as an entry-level designer, we should focus more on writing or empathy and accessibility to improve our soft skills to stand a chance. Thoughts? Wow, that is absolute garbage. So here's how we know that that's garbage, and we can use our critical thinking, which means I put on my critical thinking hat. So, how do we know that this is garbage? And I think Ana Lucia is already on it. How do you even show soft skills in a CV to get hired? You don't, says Ana Lucia. And Ana Lucia's got a point. Can you imagine you apply to a job and they look at your resume or CV, they look at your portfolio, and they go, oh, wow, this person looks pretty good, but I'm not seeing enough empathy here. Said no one ever. Makes no sense. Literally makes no sense. Uh-oh, did my YouTube restart? That's not good. That's especially bad. I'm going to check on that. Yeah, the YouTube restarted. That's bad. Thanks for... So hopefully Eon is with us. And yeah, I'm an empathetic collaborator that thrives on teamwork. How do you show that? Yeah, so the problem is that should you focus more on writing? Does the job expect you to be a writer? If the job expects you to be a writer, then somebody expects to see samples of your UX writing work. That's not a soft skill. That's a hard skill. Accessibility, also a hard skill. Have you been trained in accessibility? Does the job description ask for it? I think every designer should know how to do common accessibility audits and improvements. So, yeah. But I can't imagine that somebody is looking at all of these CVs and resumes and saying, oh, I don't think this person has enough empathy. I'm also a little concerned about why you said empathy / accessibility. They're not the same thing. So, yeah. So the problem is that there's no way for me to know from looking at your CV or your portfolio how empathetic you are. That is a human trait. I have no idea what your personality is. There's no way to show this. It sounds like senior designers, or whoever you're hearing this from, are either trying to sell you something like, hey, come take my course on how to have more empathy and whatever. They're either trying to sell you something, or they're trying to gaslight you into thinking, hey, the reason why you're not getting these jobs is because of you. You're doing it wrong. You're doing something bad. You're not enough. And the reality might just be, if you are an entry-level designer, as you say, then there's just very few jobs for you. And that's not your fault. It wouldn't matter. You could be the highest empathy person on the planet, and it wouldn't matter because there aren't many jobs for you. Let's just save this. So that's the ultimate reality here. So I would say be careful of the people who are saying, oh, you need to get better at AI. They probably have something to sell you. Oh, you need to get better at accessibility. I agree. I think everybody should get better at accessibility, but it's probably not what's keeping you from getting a job. What might be keeping you from getting a job is the lower number of teams and companies looking for entry-level workers. And in reality, companies are looking way more at hard skills than at soft skills. Sure, part of your interview might be for personality or culture or those types of things. Somebody will be interested in them, but we can't tell them from your CV or your portfolio. And that's the first place where you need to stand a chance. You need to stand a chance when people are reviewing. Boo, now I've got to go to Twitch and block somebody. Like I have nothing better to do. How disrespectful. How disrespectful can you be? Let's see. So I have to remember, how do you block somebody again? Block. There we go. So, yeah, Twitch could do something about it and they don't. And that just sucks. But at least anybody watching my channel is not going to go pay for streamers or whatever it is. So, yeah, I think that this is one of those things where we have to use our critical thinking and we have to realize that this probably doesn't make a lot of sense. I've never interviewed someone and said, wow, this candidate was so good. It seems like they really know what they're doing. Their skills are good. Their experience is good. But I'm not sure they've done enough writing. Or I'm not sure they have enough empathy. So I think these are things that unfortunately people say for likes, because it sounds like something you want to press like on. It sounds like, oh yeah, I should press like on that. Yeah, we should really focus on more empathy and accessibility. Okay, you can, but that still might not get you a job. Again, you could be the highest empathy person out there. You could be well trained in accessibility. You could have real accessibility needs, and you might not get the job. It's just not guaranteed. So, you know, what can I tell you there? Anyway, yeah. So, I should probably end a little early if we don't have questions, just because my stream is not good today. And I noticed nobody has answered my question about whether or not I should give my money to Elon Musk. So that was interesting. Bless you, honey.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. You will sneeze from time to time. Yeah. Ana Lucia says that's a hard question. And you can tell it's a hard question here as well, because I still have a terrible internet connection. So, those are unfortunately my choices right now. Been trying to think of an answer, and there are pros and cons. Yeah, we don't know either. We don't know. And right now we've been choosing the no version, but we don't know. Maybe a compromise. Pick Starlink until they fix the internet. I've thought about that as well, because Starlink does have a month-to-month plan. We could turn it on, use it, they fix the internet, we turn it off. That's possible, but we would also have to remember that we are giving money to Elon Musk. But the problem is that giving money to everybody right now sucks. So it's like, who is the good company? Who is the ethical company? Who do I think is doing the right thing with my money? Who is donating to the causes I care about? Who is donating to the politicians I think are destroying the world? It's a very tough question that I think some of us face day to day for a variety of reasons. Let's see if we have any anonymous questions. No. So again, if you do want to send a question in, you can send it, you can put it in the chat, or you can send it to dcx.to/q. If it comes in after the show ends, just know that I will hold it, and I will make sure to include it in our next show, which is usually every Wednesday, and I'm not going on vacation for a few weeks, so we will be broadcasting through August. I also didn't want that, and I can understand your positioning, but you're in a bad situation with the internet. I am. I have a lot of work meetings and certainly my streams that are very blippy. So I don't know what to tell you. Crackle, crackle. Yeah, it looks like this stream restarted a few times. Sorry about that. Well, if we don't have any other questions coming in, hopefully Eon tracked down the second stream and got their answer. Or you can certainly send stuff in. Oh, I think I'd rather pay Elon for a month or two and work without issues than keep pressing the internet provider. Yeah, my husband called the other day and he found out that they are just now fixing the lines that went bad in February, and ours went bad in May. So we think they'll eventually get to our lines, but we don't know when. And it looks like trying to switch to a new provider didn't change that. So I just want to make sure that the new provider isn't billing us, because I certainly don't want to pay to have no service. Anyway, let's play our wrap-up music. And thanks to everybody who joined in today, and for your questions, and hopefully you got some answers and some food for thought. I will be back. I don't think we have a show planned for any of the Tuesdays coming up. We have a Take Action Tuesday. We don't have any Tuesday shows coming up. And next Wednesday will be an Ask Me Anything, but Dr. Nick won't be here. He's going to be on vacation. So I will be here next Wednesday taking your questions, and I guess I'll let you know if we've made any fresh Starlink related decisions, because it is certainly something we consider. I'll wrap up the show, and thanks again, everybody. See you next week.